Hi everybody, I'm Sean James and this is Kentucky, the mini truck state. On this video, we're still working on the Nissan hardbody. We are working on the stereo components, trying to get the stuff painted. I have everything sanded, ready to go. I've got the paint ready. It's up there on the shelf. That's the wrong angle. Up there on the shelf. So I've got the compressor sitting out in front. Let's turn on this. Got the compressor ready. Got my sawhorses ready. Got the paint ready. And that's just a oil-based paint that we're going to be using that is that color. And so I've got this sanded where I can respray it. It had a bunch of trash in it from the first go around, and I want to fix it and make it look right. We've got the panels wrapped. See those back behind me? So we're getting really close to starting to put this thing back together. So thank you guys for being here. But before we get into any of that stuff, let's make sure and do all the good YouTube things. Make sure and hit the like switch, comment down below, hit the notification bell for future videos so you don't miss future content, and share my video. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We are about 640 at this point, so I'd really like to be able to get to 1,000. I'm working on getting shirts made, so when we do hit 1,000, I'm going to give 10 shirts away. Let's do that. We'll just say 10 shirts. That way there's some reason to join the page, and I would appreciate it. But anyway, let's follow along as I get this ready to go. All I got to do is take a tack rag, wipe all this stuff off real good, get it sprayed. I've got an automotive spray gun that I use to paint this stuff with. We use it when we paint trim at work, and it always turns out really, really nice. So, and I've sprayed this type of paint before through that gun. It works really well. You can use acetone. It'll help it dry quicker because oil base is notorious for drying slowly. But once it's dried, it's very, very solid. You don't have to worry about scratching too much. It's very, water resistant, all that good stuff. And then we'll be able to start installing the stuff in the rear of the truck. One thing I still have left to do is I've decided I want to make a center console for the truck to mount my voltmeters and stuff in the front cab, which that may be a future video. I may not even do a video on it at all, but we'll see. I had a subscriber ask me about some footage from doing the battery banks, the bus bars and stuff like that. I don't have any footage of that, but I have changed my mind on how I want the end caps to work out. So I'm going to be redoing those. That will be in a future video, and I may just do that like a quick video that I can release during the week. So if that's something you'd like to see, comment down below, say, hey bud, let's see that, and I'll make it happen. But I want to say thank you to everybody that's been commenting on the videos. I'd love to see more of that if we could. That really does help the channel the most. Commenting, even if it's like you're a dummy, your work's terrible, stuff like that. I don't care. I'm having fun with it. So like I said, I do appreciate you guys being here. Without you guys, I can't be here. I won't be doing this stuff. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far, and thank you to everybody that keeps sharing all my videos, all my content. And you guys are what keep pushing me out here and keep me going. So this afternoon we have a meetup at Four Rivers Harley-Davidson in Paducah, Kentucky. It's a cruising event where basically everybody just kind of comes in, hangs out, chills, and stuff like that. Then afterwards we're gonna get a bite to eat. I may record some of that. I don't necessarily want to record a whole lot. I may go out there, walk around, do a couple videos on the vehicles that are there, but I don't really plan on documenting it a whole lot because I don't really want to be that guy at these little events. So we'll see how it turns out. Maybe I got a few friends that would like to get their trucks videoed. So, and I've talked to them about that for future content as well. Is maybe doing a little series of the local guys around here that really have some really, really nice trucks that I'm really good friends with. Maybe do a series where I can sit down, talk with them, how we met, a little bit about their trucks, stuff like that, and a few little funny stories and go on from there. But anyway, I'm doing the old Crawford and I'm rambling. See, there's Crawford right there. And let's go ahead and get to work. So what first thing I need to do is get this stuff. I need to get this stuff tack ragged, get that stuff ready to go. I've got the canister ribbon. It's ready to paint. And so what we'll do is we'll just take it out there, put it on in the spray booth, and we'll get it painted. Luckily the wind is blowing that way away from all the stuff. You can see all the pollen in the air, like how dirty the Nissan is. It's crazy. Never mind, my silver truck is pretty dirty at the moment. And one of the joys of water-based paint is when it gets wet, it just starts peeling. So let's get set up, start painting some of this stuff. I've been going on and on for way too long. inside. It's all painted. No real problems or nothing like that. A few little bugs get in there, which is completely expected for it being outside. And now the waiting game. So this actually looks quite a bit more orange than it did the first time. I'm not mad at the color though. I really do like it. I mean, it's very close. Don't get me wrong. It's wet. It'll dry a little bit better, but definitely be like a, you know, the childhood cancer color is actually gold for children, so that's kind of why I went with that tone. I know it doesn't look like gold, but it's that's good. So now that all that is painted, it's like I said, it's just a waiting game for that to dry out. Once it gets dried out, then I can go ahead and actually start putting stuff back in the truck, which is awesome. Again, the panels are wrapped right back there. They're ready to go in. The front panels, the rear panels, the wing walls, all that stuff is ready to go. I still have to wrap this upper panel right here. I'm fixing to do that. Well, I'll let this stuff dry for a while. I don't need to I'll have to sand it just a little bit, get the dust stuff, dirt, grime off of it, get it ready to wrap. And again, I want to say thank you again to Donnie for helping me get that stuff done. It means a lot. He's a good dude. I appreciate the help. You know, a lot of you guys that have reached out to try and help me, I do appreciate it. Donnie's gone above and beyond as far as I'm concerned with being a friend. He's made sure to help me when I needed help. If I had any questions, he answers them almost immediately. And then, like I said, if he has any questions, he calls me on it. So, you know, that's pretty awesome for a guy that has that business to be interested enough in helping somebody that is, you know, 7, 8, 9 hours away from his place to do a better job, which if he's closer, you know, I might be able to help me out. But, you know, I like to learn how to do different stuff, so there we go. Anyway, this will be kind of a shorter video, I think. I don't know, maybe we'll do some install. We'll let this stuff dry. It'll probably have to dry a couple days. Today is Saturday, just before Easter. Tomorrow we will have family stuff to do and play golf with my brother like we always do on Sunday. My two oldest daughters, they both have jobs now, so they both have to work, unfortunately. My youngest daughter, she's going to go to her friend's house. My wife is working midnight, so she needs her rest because it's very hard on her, working from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. She worked 4 days this week. Then she comes home. The dogs are barking at anything that drives by, so she's having a hard time sleeping. So that's kind of understandable that, you know, she needs her rest. So I appreciate all your hard work, honey. Keep it up. I got truck parts to buy, and I need your money to do it. So get some overtime if you can. Save me some money. You saw in the last clip, now my microphone is messed up. So I will get on Amazon and order a new one to replace that one. I'll get the same one that I had. The wind blew the phone over. When it hit the ground, it broke the connection for the Bluetooth mic. So I realized the audio is going to be pretty bad on this one, but it'll be okay. I'll order that and it'll be here just a couple days. So that'll give this stuff time to dry. And then once it's dry, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, I can actually start putting stuff in. But the finish on it is super glossy. Looks really good. I opened these holes up to about 7/8 of an inch for the RCA cables to go through. And I found some plastic grommets. Will sit in the place to make it look like a finished thing. So just a hole drill with a small RCA cable going through it. That way it looks more polished, more finished. I'll do the same thing on that rear wall in the back where the RCA cables go through it. I'll drill those holes out and use the same fittings on those to clean it up so it doesn't look unfinished, if you will. The only other thing I have to do is the holes for the RCA cock box, the RCA splitter. I did forget to put the holes for that, so I hope that doesn't cause an issue with the wrap there. I may have to get creative. I have an idea. If I have to, I can make a pattern and clamp it down and then drill through that to keep it from tearing up the fabric. I don't know why, it just slipped my mind and I didn't think to get it put in, so oh well. Well, let's take a break here. We'll let this stuff dry. We'll pick it up the next day or two. What's up, everybody? Me and my brother Lance went to play golf on Easter Sunday. We had a beard bet, so whoever won gets to shave the other guy's beard. As you can tell, my shirt is buttoned. That's one. Let's go, bro.
I might do these gray undertones.
Definitely in the leather fan.
You're keeping all this. I think you get the gist of it. Don't make a bet against me. You can't win. Until next time. Maybe I might not have a beard next time. We'll see.
The whole thing was I hadn't beat going into 16, and I messed up the last 2 holes and shot 8s twice. I had nothing worse than a 5 all day until 16, until 17, and I got 8-8 for him to win by 3. I would have beat him by 3 strokes.
Later.
Now I got no bird. All right, it has been several days since we got the stuff painted. As you can see, I lost my beard in the previous clip. My brother beat me playing golf. Got a little cocky, thought I could get him. I actually had him beat pretty good. Then the last 2 holes played really bad. So now all the hairs on my little chinny chin chin are about gone. That was almost 2 weeks ago. No, it was a week ago that happened. A week ago last Sunday. Today is Wednesday, so about 9 days ago. But anyway, we made some progress on the truck, and we'll explain what we got going on here. First of all, flip this around. You can see the back of the truck. This is kind of coming together. That's what it's going to look like. I've got the DSP mounted, the RCA cock box mounted. Those gray plugs are going to get painted black to kind of blend in. They're just conduit plugs for construction boxes. I figured that other than just having a hole there like I did last time, that would kind of make it look a little cleaner, a little more intentional. The new boxes will be going in right about in that area. That way it will balance out everything. I've got the new cancer ribbon in the backup. None of the stuff is screwed in place. It's all just kind of sitting there just for demonstration purposes. But man, is that really going to turn out looking really good. I've got holes drilled up there. They'll get the same plugs that go there. Again, painted black. The RCA's into the holes. You have to have like a 7/8 of an inch hole for the 2 RCA heads to go through. And it just, I wish there's a better way to do that, but there's not. So that's what I had to do. I ran into an issue when I was installing the stuff on the cab of the truck, and I'll show that here in just a second. I showed it on Facebook when I was putting the port in to see what it was going to look like installed with the new wall panel. I thought this stuff was really dry, but as soon as I pushed on it, it made a huge mess. And then the other issue is that you can see the wall panel, like the port or the speaker box will be back here, the wall will be in between it, and then the port itself, and that interior panel was painted the other yellow, and so it didn't match, and it looked really bad, and I don't like the way that looked. Well, then it's like, I didn't like the way that this stuff turned out, where it was messed up, and I was going to sand the whole thing down and try and fix it and hide it, and that was going to be a pain in the neck, so I decided to make the new port. And so what I did there was I actually made a lip that's going to go over and inside. It'll be the same thing on the top. Hopefully that's in frame there. On the top, same thing. That way it hides that seam, and it's going to look a whole lot better. I used the Kills primer. It's here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where I put it. It was up here the other day, but apparently it's been moved. But anyway, it's a Kills oil-based type primer. You got to clean it with mineral spirits, but it sands really, really well. It's almost like the primer you find on trimming houses where it sands out and it doesn't really gum the paper up too bad. So I've got to get that sanded, get it ready to paint, and I'm going to let it dry for several days again before I try and install it. So I don't have the issue I have here. I've got the interior panel wrapped that goes for the amp. It's inside the truck, so let's go ahead and open that up and kind of see what that looks like. All right, you can see the new amp rack panel. This turned out really, really nice. I decided to add that center color to kind of draw off the new upper wall color. This is falling off there. Let's see if I can't get it pushed up where it goes. There we go. That's in now. So I just rewrapped the old factory panel, or not factory, the panel that I'd already made. That little spot there is where the screw goes through. Unfortunately, it's on both sides. It's kind of a bad spot. But that's where it was previously mounted before. So without making a whole new panel or doing some odd body work and stuff trying to fix it, it was going to be quite a bit of work to fix it. And it's going to be okay right there. It looks intentional anyway, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, the fit came out really good. So I'm really happy with that. And I think that wrapping this is really going to make it look better. I'll show you a picture right here of what it looked like when I had it set in there. When I put it in, but like I said, it was wet and put a big handprint in it, so that really kind of messed it up. Made me upset. You know how that goes. You work so hard to get the stuff looking right, then something like that happens. Like, well, do I leave it? Do I fix it? And you obviously have to fix it, because you can't go to the level that I'm going to with this and then do something like that. That is just the absolute laziest way to do it. So I really like the way that port looks in there. That bright orange or yellowish orange looks really good. I need to get in there now and fix the speaker, get it remounted before I put the port in. The question I have now is, like, do I want to go through and rewrap the speaker pods, or do I kind of leave them alone, which I like that material. I think it would look better if I wrapped it. I've got a lighter color vinyl that might even look good there, you know, to kind of give it a three-tone. Because when I wrap the doors, I plan to use all three colors, the lighter color on the inside, the medium color on the trim, and the dark color on the outside. I've got an idea for that, but I've never built door panels before, so if I do get into that, Donnie, you're going to have to help me. And I know you will. You're a good friend. I appreciate it. So, but anyway, so I've got it to the point where I'm ready to start putting stuff together, but now I have to wait on my order from Sky High Car Audio. I ordered it yesterday. I had to get longer RCA cables now that the distribution block for the RCAs are not one side and the amps are vertical now. The RCAs are farther away than what they were before. I could get away with like 2.5 foot RCA or 2 foot RCAs, and it would reach all of them really easily. Now I need 3 that are 6 foot, which actually 4 foot would have fixed it, but you can only get like 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 6 foot. So, and I looked into possibly making my own, but I'm terrible at soldering and stuff like that. I know if I did that, I'd have issues for sure. So let's just, you know, buy what we need, make it work, clean it up, and get it installed. I think I decided I'm not going to put any LED stuff in here. I'm just not, I really like the idea of doing it, but I'm not messing with it much. And just one more thing for me to mess up. And it's already kind of snowballed enough. I do want to get a new rear window for my camper shell. Right now it's Lexan, and it's scratched up really badly, which y'all have seen that before. You know, it's been broken out. When I bought the topper, it came from up near Cleveland, and you can see like how scratched up it is, so you can't really see through it. I'm going to talk to some local glass shops, see about possibly getting it replaced. You know, like I said, you can't see through it hardly at all. You see how bad it's scratched up, especially from this side. So I would like to get it fixed and then possibly get it tinted to help keep the sun from turning all my amps golden again. I had bought the paint to paint the tops of the amps. It's up there, so it's just a flat black. My neighbor is making me new stickers for the amps so I can relabel them. It's not really important. I don't really have to have it, but you know, why not? So, but anyway, so we're to the point I need to get the port painted, get ready to install it, wait for the stuff from Sky High Car Audio to come in. I'm gonna rebuild the power, not the power block, but the end caps for my battery bank so it fits the box a little better. I don't like the way that they turned out. The issue with that, let me get this set up here where I can kind of show you, which that's the wrong ones. And this is super nitpicky, but when you line these up, this corner should go up and line up with that one, and then cut over. It does not matter. It's not going to make any difference, but I've got enough material I can remake those brackets. So I am going to do that more than likely. I had a few of you guys ask how that I made these, or they're interested in seeing the process of that. And so that would be kind of a neat little video. It'll be separate to this. I'll do it at a later time. It'll be something I'm going to do here pretty soon, but it won't be in this video. But I'll make sure and share that content with you guys. Because like I said, anything that you can learn something be handy to do. But I just need to get ready to go do that stuff first, and it makes a heck of a mess cutting that stuff. That's the only bad thing about messing with aluminum. You cut it, it's a mess. You drill it, it's a mess. It's easy to work with, but it's just a lot of cleanup. And I finally got the garage somewhat cleaned up. It looks a mess, but it's just stuff kind of just thrown in here. So anyway, trying to decide if I want to keep going with the video or just kind of end it here and make it a short one. Like I said, because we're waiting on stuff. Today's Wednesday. The RCA cable is supposed to be here tomorrow. I could possibly get that stuff kind of installed, get it put in. I can get those end caps painted, get those ready to put in. But like I said, I got to rebuild those battery banks. I've got to get some stuff to fix in the bottom of the block for the batteries to sit on. I want to find some plastic or rubber for that to sit on so it's not digging into the wood like I did on the last one. So, but anyway, let's see. We'll figure it out here in just a second. Hey guys, I just got done talking to my wife and I found out that my daughter Kendall has a track meet tomorrow. I didn't find out, I just forgot. So we'll be going to do that to support her. She is currently doing the 100-meter hurdles, 300-meter hurdles, high jump, and long jump in the district regionals, I believe. So she's very excited about being chosen for those disciplines. She's doing very good at it, and we're very excited to go cheer our little girl on. So wish Kendall luck down below. I want to say thank you to all you guys who have subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm thankful for having you. I did look at my YouTube Studio app, and I've noticed that 60% of you guys are watching on your televisions at home. And with that being said, it's hard for you guys, or harder for you guys to like videos and comment on them. I watch a lot of my videos on my phone through the TV. That way I can still comment and like the videos and stuff like that, interact with it, you know, because I know that helps people's channels. It helps mine the most. I love interacting with you guys, talking to you guys, hearing your thoughts, concerns, your ideas on things, you know, because sometimes there's things that I just don't think about that would help me. So please, you know, comment down below if you would. That really helps me out. I really do. That little piece of lint is catching my attention and pulling me off. But you know, I realize that it's hard for some people to do all that stuff on there. But if you can, I really would appreciate it. I love it. Like I said, I love interacting with you guys, stuff like that. So please make sure and comment down below. Make sure and hit the notification bell. That way you get future videos. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And most of all, share my content. I want to say thank you to all you guys that are over, especially my Facebook page. We're now up to 1,400 people, or just under 1,400 people on there. And I have 7 or 8 guys that share a lot of my stuff all the time. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Keep it up. And Mini and Ass is over, so now it's crunch for next year. I missed going this year. We're having an issue with our septic tank again. We get to spend, luckily, about another $2,000 on having a new drain field put in to get it fixed. So that's always great. Get some money put back, and now we get to spend it on adult stuff. So that's just part of it. But anyway, like I said, we're going to go ahead and end today's video here. I really do appreciate you guys being a part of my journey. I can't do this without you guys. So like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't let me down. I'd appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, guys. Just like that, I broke my microphone.